Hello and welcome to CathyDSlaught's SRC4u group Zoom call for May 3rd, 2021. To access the Zoom call, we'll look for the Zoom banner, remember this password, and click here. It will take us over to the Zoom platform. Will we read and allow? Type in that password and join. You'll have the option to join with video or without. We will join without. The next option would be your audio. We'll join with computer audio.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Cathy. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Kath.
Good morning, Ron. You doing well?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
All right. Well, it's 10 o'clock. Let's get started. Had an interesting day last Friday. I was a little nervous about it, which you may have caught on screen, but I got to meet with a really top QiGong person, and I learned a few more things. And maybe some of you already know this, but I didn't, that we can actually write some of these codes in the air as well as have them running in the SRC.
We can do what?
We can write a code in the air in front of us. So pick a code that interests you and just write it. For example, this top one, sanity, you can write 907804000. And just as you think, now, of course, sanity, I got tickled that came up for our prayer today.
And that will work that way?
What's that?
That will work?
That's what I'm told. Yeah, that's what I'm told.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I didn't either. I'm glad to hear nobody else knew it. So far, I've shared it, of course, with everybody I talked to, and they're like, whoa, and I didn't know it either.
So you just do it in the air.
Correct. Correct.
Can you do that again?
Yeah, just take your sanity, 907804000. And just maybe write it down if there's a code that is appealing. You see some of these we asked for today, and I'll show you the one we had the lowest resonance with, which we might want to write in the air. But this is our prayer codes. Rearrange my atoms to create the life desired. Activate third eye. This is the one that had a very low, you see that right there, just a 10. Surround genes that have inherited ancestral deficiencies with a blueprint of divine health, and you just go 709411104. And like I said, you might do it once in a while. I called a couple of people and gave codes in reference to health.
That is beautiful.
I know.
What is it supposed to do?
It works the same way as putting the codes in the SRC.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
And it makes sense because you're putting the code in your etheric field.
Right.
And if you have an issue that you might just want to write it down on a piece of scratch paper, and of course, there's all kinds of codes, more so than what we're looking at right here. Just go to Healing Numbers Info, see if you have a code for what you're working on, and during the day, periodically, just write it in your field. Let's see, we also have transmute and remove projected self-limitations, vows, and oaths. That's not a bad thing. Defeat all pathogens. We get this one a lot. And so, again, that idea of tapping the thymus on a regular basis, etc., etc., throat chakra, expanded consciousness and concentration. They haven't given us a code for that yet, but the words are powerful. See and steadily hold in mind the form in which you have what you want. Not a bad thing. Normalize all negative information and events from the past. Understand the authority you have. Balance the inner workings of every cell in the human body. release all judgments and understanding about the nature of reality. So that's our prayers today. And the other thing, we're still working on the, the meridians. We've got a real focus on that. We talked Friday about the microcosmic orbit. Let's see if that's a priority to get that code. Let me just see if I meant to do that with priority. But I've been running that every day for the group, and if you see, there's a post up again. If you see the screencast in that, okay, we want that today. If you see the screencast in that, you will see that we did not need that code Saturday. We were 100% etherically, anyway, in orbit. Let's go ahead.
Cool.
And it's just as easy to look that up again. Let's just see where we are. Healing.
Oh.
Just go to your healingnumbers.info. You see some other, everybody's requests come up when you pull it up. Hit enter. There's our code. Let's copy it. So we see that's a priority. And remember, what they say also is just you put the tongue on the roof of the mouth right behind the teeth. And look at that. That's going to do us some good there.
Oh, yeah, I learned that a long time ago, years ago.
Yep. And we could take it a step further. And let's just go into acupuncture. That would be, those would not be in orbit if that were a stress. Let's go ahead and look at that, see what it has to say. And so actually our Shun Shin Tao, so that's where we are with that. Let's see how long we want to go. Just 4 minutes. So we're vastly improved. We just at this moment in time needed a little tweak. The other thing that's interesting, and I sent this to Joanna for the group if you are interested, is if you're going to be doing this meridian work, another thing you might consider is adding some teas. And I can get back here now to what I had pulled up. There we go. So I scanned the group. There's a list of wonderful tonic teas. And they say if you were to decide to have a tea, pick one and drink it 4 times a day. And what we chose this morning, I scanned it. And like I say, the list to scan is in the BSA. But we wanted hawthorn. And then I went online to see what are the healing benefits of hawthorn. So if we were to start this week while we did our work with the meridians, just drinking some tea, it treats heart disease. It helps regulate blood pressure.
We're seeing you, Cathy.
Yeah, you're not screen sharing, honey.
Lord have mercy. Okay, you're just seeing me?
Yes.
All right, well, let's just read this
We're
to
looking
you.
right at you.
Were you seeing our screen of the SRC?
Just
No,
you.
just you, just all of us.
It just started, though, right?
Right on,
Yes.
Debbie.
Let me read these to you, and then I will go back in and we'll reboot. So the hawthorn treats heart disease, helps regulate blood pressure. Get back up here.
Kathy,
Yes,
we're seeing you.
I know that. I'm just going to read this to you, and then we're going to reboot.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. Reduces chest pain, calms anxiety. I'm going to grab me a cup right now. Fights cholesterol. With antioxidant vitamin C. anti-aging, good for most skin issues, keeps away from intestinal infections, energy source, and then it says man's best friend. So I don't know about that part. I'm going to go ahead and step out and come back in. Okay, I don't know who else back, but I'll go ahead and continue. I can see we have a few. So what I'm going to do today, we've got the thoughts for the key. We've got our prayers. Let's go ahead and just look at the manual first. Let's see if we need any clearing. We do. All right, let's look at that. We needed a clearing as well yesterday, so it's already highlighted. And I have with this, oops, not going to make me a, this is quite an interesting day, isn't it? Yes. All right, so let's just go down the list. There's a 0, clearing darkness. Okay, well, now see, we're getting a low on that, but I'm going to do that anyway. Let's do it a different way. Let's go in.
Come back.
Oh, now you see it, right?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm it now, but I didn't know you all come back in again. I was sitting there waiting for it to come back.
Sorry.
So what did I miss?
Not much. We just realized we needed clearing, and it's not a surprise. Actually, we're clearing darkness, so we're going to let that go for a little bit. We're looking at the Pro Tools. We asked for the clearing, and then it appeared that we didn't need it, but we're going to check anyway. I have another thing to show you that fits in with that. And again, some of you may already know this. Well, that's the only one we want.
No, there's shielding and protection is 996.
Oh, okay. Where is it?
Right in the middle. Kind of shielding and protection.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Kind of goes along with darkness, huh?
Sure does, yeah. Let me show you. Can you see me?
Yes.
This is the other thing the QiGong person taught me. It wasn't Grandmaster David, but they also spoke.
Yeah.
Take these two fingers and put them in the middle of your hand, which is your heart chakra, and then just put these 3 together. You'll feel a pulse, and just say clear, 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 clear. Fingers, and fold them in over the palm, which is the heart chakra, and then put these 3 together. And you'll actually feel a pulse when you do that, and just say clear, clear, clear.
Wow. That's interesting.
Well, it doesn't hurt to do these things. And the more we learn, the higher our consciousness goes. Again, we're not asking for much of that. Hey, we're asking for QiGong.
Cathy, you were cutting out. Can you demonstrate that one more time?
Yes, and I, by the way, didn't get to the, I had a weekend, I didn't get to the office where I'm headed. Yeah, these two fingers right here, fold those in on the palm of the hand. That's the heart meridian. Put these three and just say clear, clear, clear.
And that's for what?
Yeah.
All
That's
right,
for clearing. Yeah, so if you, let's say you're in a meeting and you know, things are.
But you're supposed to pull your fingers apart in between each clear.
Yeah, that's my understanding. Yeah.
Oh, so you open them up in between.
Yes.
Clear, clear, clear.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, just like Grandmaster David does.
Correct.
Yeah.
But they show the way they showed it was a little bit. Grandmaster David often does, you know, this like this. So I hadn't seen this version.
I didn't either. That's first time. Thank you.
So until I figure out the right click, I can't add the graphic for clearing darkness, but I do have one dark to light. We put that in with the code. Let's see what we're asking for. 24 hours. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So let's go ahead also and go ahead and do the shielding and protection. And again, let's go to the Pro Tools. And with all that going on, let's just go ahead and see what our aura looks like. Let me come back to that. I'm just looking now to see in the personal and general options what our area of focus is. Don't help me with this.
Body parts.
Okay, there's enhancement at 884. What was body parts?
First,
That's 228. Okay, yeah, that's the lowest. Let's see if we have anything lower than that.
120.
What's
Yeah.
that?
pets and animals.
Okay, well, that's so strange. We'll do it.
There was one for 300 there.
Yeah, 320.
Okay, so far, I mean, pets and animals is lowest, followed by body parts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me tell you a quick story about the pets and animals, which I know makes no sense that we would want that, but I had someone a while back, that's what she wanted, and she's quite a dowser as it is, so she confirms everything we're doing when we do these sessions, and according to the pets and animal scan, she had reptilian energy and attacking her. And she used her pendulum, and it said, yes, you do. And, of course, you get all kinds of strange information on that. She just used her pendulum and cleared it.
Did you say reptilian energy?
Yeah, reptilian was attacking her. Many people believe the reptilian energy is demonic. And there's no question she had a lot of craziness in her life at that time.
Yeah.
Let's just see what we're saying, and then we'll move on to body parts. But there is some kind of a message in here. Okay. Feline issues. So it's cat stuff. There's, mental balance. That's never a bad thing. And there's the reptilian issues.
Reptilian issues again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's just put that in there, and let's just, we've got one general scan. We've got one where we broke it down. And let's do one more general, and then we've got Tesla's 3 at least. And then let's go to body parts. Goodness. As soon as I get my little mouse today, hopefully some of this will be smoother. As you can see, they really break it down.
Which one are you working on?
This is the body parts. That's our request. That we would like to have the general options. And so, again, we just want more information. And remember, you can just hit a button. You don't have to do any of this. But the more of this you do this way, I think the greater the benefit. Just like the more work you put into it.
Deborah Jones, I like the picture. Seeing him.
I will make this week a little screencast of this Excel spreadsheet again. I think you've realized if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I know some of you are still wrestling with it. But here we go. So this is what we're talking about. Our arms, left side on the center, our hands. Hands have been coming up a lot. That may not be literally hands. That might be something else. We need to look into that. Anyway, I think you can see this, can't you?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
so we can just take these. It's all extremely subtle. You can always go in deeper with it. Let's just see if there's anything. For example, you could go in here at chest and get a little more information, but basically, you don't have to stress related to chest. But if you had a real mystery going on, something you're trying to figure out, it's worth the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can go ahead and put in our Gong. stress related to chest. And then again, if you get an idea, just go ahead and try it. That's been an idea lately. I got to thinking, let's put them in 3 times.
So are you putting all of those in now?
I put the whole list in the first time, and then I do an Excel spreadsheet to get the focus, and then I put the whole list in the third.
And what buttons are you pushing to get all of them in?
You go here to the top and you go down, and then you just hit your down arrow on your keyboard.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got the aura scanner already. Let's see how we came up with that. Not looking bad. Let's go ahead and new scan. Let's do our pets since we came up with that scan. And we want to do homes and vehicles. We've got the prayer warrior also. Put that back in. Let's do auto. Let's see. I think I have shielding and protection in there.
It's like an elephant, isn't it?
What's that?
Elephant, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And let's go in here also to the glory zone. As you know, this one can be set to just run all day. And let's see. We've got the shielding and protection for 2 hours. This is nothing that can hurt us. It's information. We can clear it. And chances are our own energy is doing that already. Got 99,426 people praying for us.
Nice.
Wow.
Let's look in here. Just you can see this. Suggest I'm going to go down the list and see what you think as far as a cocktail for this. Can you see them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just take a quick look.
That's amazing.
me see. I'm not going to go down all these. There's too many. We need a list. I'm going to make a suggestion, and that is consciousness shift. Because very often you see this kind of thing happen when you're in the process of doing that. Is that okay with everybody?
Sure. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. If we weren't doing some good things, I don't think we'd have this kind of stress at this moment in time. Let's see what we got. Consciousness
right there.
shift. And how long do we want to go? 50 minutes. We're going to leave that on for a while.
What does always on do?
That just keeps it going all day.
Oh, okay. Even though
Yeah.
you put in 50 minutes, it's going to
It'll go 50, but then it'll keep going. That's right.
Okay.
And very often, if you see a lot of unusual stress, which is what we seem to be seeing today, it doesn't hurt. And then just check it. I go back in the day and we'll check to see if we, just with the dowser to see if we want to keep it on. What am I doing? Not priority for Chi. I'm so used to typing that.
Hey, Cathy, I got a question in reference to the find options.
Yeah.
When I put somebody in there, like let's say a person's got a broken leg, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I put a broken leg in there, then I hit the button. Can I keep putting it in there or just put it in
One time I think does it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you see here, look, we're at the 0. We're wanting to focus on what we put in here. So we need to, that being the case, let's put a theme, all that stuff, root source, and let's just see what we're talking about here. I'm going to go 2 hours with 9 repeats on focused on just what we've already got in here, which, we've got the body parts, we've got the pet stuff, we've got our prayers, etc. So we're going to focus on that for a while. And also, I want to show you my new book. Where did I put it? Here it is. Can you see?
higher.
What is that?
Yeah.
This is the new spiritual chakras and how to work with them. I was listening to a video, and this woman came up talking about her book. The author is Elizabeth Joyce. They sell it on Amazon. I tested to see if I should purchase it, and I got a high. Of course, I put purchase and read because it does help if you buy it and don't stick it in a closet. But what happened is that I'm thinking this might be the missing ingredient for our weight loss protocol, which we've struggled with. So I've got to finish a couple other things first. I'll get started on this week, and we'll see what we've got. But in her video, she said that if you work with these new chakras, you'll see a lot of healing. And so, why not try? Why not investigate?
What's her name, Cathy?
Elizabeth Joyce.
And it was chakra for what?
The new spiritual chakras and how to work with them.
The new spiritual chakras.
Yes, and how to work with them, which I have no clue what she's going to say. I just followed intuition, but what she's taken you through, the 8th chakra, and then there's an 8.5, and then there's a 9th. That's all she talked about on the video, and then I knew I was going to get the book to see the rest. But it was interesting. And how are you going to know if you don't check it out?
Right.
And let's see where we are now. Well, that's right. We're not going to information at this point because we're just on manual. So I guess that's it for today.
Thank you, Cathy.
Well,
Thanks a lot, you guys.
great. Thank you, Cathy. Have
I'll
a
see
great
you
day.
tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Have a good evening.
This concludes the SRC4u group Zoom call for May 3rd, 2021. Thank you for joining. We'll look forward to seeing you again. Till then, take care and be well.